All right, welcome back. ACC Media Day here in Charlotte on the field of 68. We're now joined by Duke head coach Jon Scheyer. Jon, what's up, man?
Man, and just telling you guys, I can't believe we're here already. But it's exciting to get going.
So I'll hit you right away. I mean, last year you had a special freshman. I mean, Cooper was as good as it gets all around, everything he did, and kind of came in as just another guy, wanted to be just another guy. You have another guy like that in Cam Boozer. You know, twins, obviously, but Cam's the more heralded one. And he kind of comes in with a similar attitude, doesn't he?
Well, I think the thing for Cam is the ability to impact winning basically in every area. Right? I mean, like, look, just in practice, he leads us in scoring. He leads us in rebounding. He's top 2 in assists. He can literally impact the game in every single way. And he just cares about winning. And I think that's rare to find, to have a guy that talented who's not about stats. He's truly about winning, competing, and you can coach him hard every day. You can't ask for anything more.
Wasn't that exactly what you would have said about Cooper?
For sure.
Like what you just said.
No.
Are the exact same words.
For sure. And I think the thing that I want for Cam, just like Cooper deserved too, they have different strengths and they're different players at the end of the day too. And so Cam's got to go through his process and his ability to impact winning. But for me, he's as good as it gets, period. But it's his approach. It's his competitiveness. It's truly as good as I've seen, and you know,
it's like a pro already. Like he was like a pro at like 16. How he approached everything.
Very advanced game. Yeah.
First of all, congratulations on an extension. Well deserved.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I know that's good to get that out of the way.
Thank you. Yeah.
That was
a really nice jump.
It sure was. Yeah. It was. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm sure you were.
I wasn't.
We talk about your freshmen, and they'll be talked about all year. But the two guys you brought up here, how important are they? I think, last year you had Malik, you had Zion, you had so many different guys to come in and help you with that. You had experience to balance out with your freshmen. Even your returning guys, some of these guys that hadn't played a ton.
Right.
And they're going to be asked to play more.
That's
but
right.
Those two guys have been battle tested. What is your expectation from those guys?
Well, big expectations. I think it's based on what they've done in their time here, but also this offseason. Look, Malik Brown is...
He's so talented.
He's so talented.
He is.
And I want to get him even believing more in his offensive ability too, because he's got it in him. But his ability to impact the game, man, as a defender, as a disruptor, as a passer, is high level. We haven't seen our team yet with him this year because he's been out still. And so I think that's a hard part for me as a coach and for us right now, hopefully in the next week or two. Yeah. Now, again, I don't know about the exhibition games yet, but he's close. He's close. He would tell you he was ready a month ago. He's not, but he would tell you that.
Keep doing your rehab.
Yeah, that's right.
Rehab never stops.
Yeah.
Trust me. I'm 3 shoulder surgeries in. The rehab never stops.
I don't know who's more anxious to get him back on the floor, him or me. But we need him back. And with Caleb, just his maturity of understanding how much more goes into the game besides just with the ball. I think that's the biggest thing as a guard. His defense, yesterday's practice, he's got 9 assists, no turnovers. Like those kinds of things are just important for our team.
I think when you look at a lot of the really good scorers around college basketball, elite level scorers, they have to be one-track minded. Isaiah Evans fits that bill. I don't feel like he's getting enough attention. He averaged just south of 7 points a game last year, but he had moments in ACC play where it's like, man, this guy's going to have 18 to 21. I think he's got a 30 ball or two in him this season just because of the mentality he plays with. Do you curb that at all, or is it just, hey, man, I just got to get you the rock at where you're good?
I think it would be a huge mistake for me as a coach if I try to tone that down whatsoever. I think and Isaiah, I think, would be the first to tell you this, I've been all over him every day. I've been all over him, though, in the areas besides scoring and shooting. Like, for me, it's about just the defensive intensity, defensive positioning. He's going to draw attention to the decision-making from there, in which he wants to show also. Those are the areas where I'm really on him about. I want him to have, he may take a few tough ones, he's capable of making a couple of tough ones too. And I want him to have the freedom to do that. My thing is that other areas that he's got to do every day, which he has been doing.
Yeah. So, John, my question is, you've taken extraordinary talent, especially like young guys, and you've got them to buy into the system, play team basketball. How difficult, or how have you done that so successfully past few years? I mean, yeah, I haven't seen a selfish player out there.
Well, that means a lot, and I think that's the biggest compliment. If as a coach, if you can have an unselfish group, especially in this day and age, and then a tough group, and you may have one or the other. If you can have both, I think you got a special group. And I think it starts in the recruiting process. You've got to try to recruit high character players that care about more than just their individual stats. And I think you have to recruit smart players that understand. Really, like, look, I think a huge misconception, if you're trying to be drafted, high usage is a negative thing now. That's not a positive thing, right? Like, NBA teams are looking for low usage players. And so understanding of how to impact the game without the ball, how to be a great spacer, how to be a great cutter. And I don't think any of our 5 guys this past year got drafted based off of a points per game stat, or you could argue maybe Cooper with his stats, but besides that, it was about decision making, unselfishness, and toughness. So we try to play into the IQ. That's right. No, exactly. And so just try and play into the fact that it's really best for their individual path too, to know how to play with each other and how to do all that.
So big news yesterday. Big news. Jayson Tatum in some role. What's the title? Tell me what
Chief Basketball Officer. Chief Basketball Officer for Duke.
Is he?
I came up with the title. Of course, I know.
There's no way you came up with that title.
Well, I came up with a different title. I came up with a different title, and he wanted to make sure the word chief was in it because it sounds like now he's my boss. So, but again, I'm cool with it, whatever it means. But
is he your boss?
He might as well be Chief Basketball Officer. What sounds better, Chief Basketball Officer or head coach?
Chief Basketball.
I don't think it's even close. But I think just the fact we genuinely want this to be meaningful, and for him, like, look, he's come down here now twice in the last 2 months while he's rehabbing and attacking that, and he's going to be a resource for our players. And I know, look, I have no problem saying it. I may tell somebody something 10 times, and then one time from him, it just hits a little bit differently. Exactly.
It's like being a parent.
You're absolutely right.
So for us to do this with somebody that's at the top of their game, I think is a special thing, and we want to grow this into something special.
Was it done timing-wise because he is out this year and he is going to be down there a little bit more rehabbing? Is that part of the reason?
It's really a small part of it. I think it's really the fact of him truly, look, for me, most games I end up, this past year I'm talking about, most games I would get a text from him and Emil Jefferson. We have a group text and they're texting me thoughts on a game or things that they see. So for me, this is just formalizing what's already happening, and I think Jayson, his growth as a player, his knowledge and understanding of how to win a championship, to have somebody that can watch from a 30,000-foot view, to watch on TV, to be able to give strategic advice, to be able to hit one of our players, to be able to talk with him about our roster construction or things that we're doing big picture, is a huge asset. And I want to make sure he knows that, no, we want that. And so that's been a great thing to come together.
John, I got to say this. I mean, and you're going to be humble about it, but I don't think there's anyone that's followed up a legend the way that you have, and just seamlessly across the board, recruiting, X and O's, everything to the extent that you have. And that's just tremendous honor, because that's just, it's impossible to do. And credit to that. And I just only got one really serious question that I got to ask you. And I pick on Grant Hill. I asked Grant Hill about this. I asked Jeff Capel, Carrawell, and your staff. And I was wondering, like, why isn't my jersey hanging in the rafters in Cameron right now? Man? I think it's pretty safe. I don't know about Rachel. I got to go to Rachel. Like, what's going on here, man? I've had some. I think it's a fair question. T.O., you think?
I know you're not the only one at this table that would make comments like, but no, but what? No way. That's all I can tell you. Get out of here. Put that down. Get that. That was the perfect setup. I'm like, man, that's the nicest thing he's ever said, and that's that. I knew there's.
That's the nicest thing I ever said about anybody from Duke.
Hey, with this one, obviously the goal at Duke is always the national championship. But I'm looking at the past 3 years, your first 3 years, it's like second round, the Elite Eight, Final Four. Like, obviously, Duke has a different level, but measuring success for you personally, like, what's kind of the next step for you if the answer is not national champion? Like, what is that next answer?
I think the truth is, it's never enough. Like it's not like I'm never going to tell you, all right, now we've arrived or now it's okay. I think no matter what you find, even after look, I've won as an assistant coach, I've won as a player, obviously, Tyler, you've won and know what that feels. That wasn't a shot, by the way. That wasn't like a shot back. Just so it was too easy. It was. But it's never enough is my point. And so my thing is I want to max out every year the best we can and have sustained success and put ourselves in a position to have as many at-bats in that position where you have a team that can win it at the end of the day. Like, it's hard enough as it is. You want to make the most of it when you're there, obviously, but you want to put yourself in that position and then max that out. So I believe we're going to do that, but once we do, it's not like it's enough now or that we've arrived. I think that's part of the thing we sign up for.
That fired me up right there.
It's
never enough.
It's not.
It's not. That's awesome.
Yeah, so my question would be, how often do you talk to Kay, and what type of, does he ever call you, or how active or involved is he?
We talk often, and I think it's like an amazing balance of, he's let me figure out my coaching philosophy, strategy, being authentic to who I am, but at the same time, just being there. Like, I'm not even talking about as a coach. I'm talking about as like a family, like just some of the toughest moments I've had as a head coach, I've leaned on him. And I don't think many coaches have that, where their coach is still there. And I'm not afraid to go to him. He's not afraid to tell me what he thinks either. That's what you want. And we have an amazing, to have even a stronger relationship now. And in all seriousness, like your comment about the transition, a huge part of that is because of him and allowing me this runway, allowing me to be set up for success. Right. And so that's been to me the best thing about it.
All right, we'll finish with this. You've ducked me on the pickleball court, clearly.
Yeah, well,
here for 3 days.
Yeah,
I told you I'm good whenever, as long as it's not during a Carolina Hurricanes game. I'm available. You are nowhere to be found. Will you duck Tyler Hansbrough like you ducked me?
So here's the thing. I don't play pickleball, just to be clear anymore.
I don't play.
The real athletes play tennis. The real athletes play tennis. That's all I'm saying. So your sources would be wrong in that case. I haven't played pickleball in over a year, but tennis, I'll get out there. I have heard that he's a real player, unlike you. I heard he can really play around the area.
Bobby Hummel said that too in pickleball. And
true or not true?
I play a lot. I compete. Yeah. I play with my guy Chris.
I'm not ready for him yet. Hummel, I had no problem with. I'm not ready for Tyler yet. I have one more thing.
Yeah.
True or false? Here's a good one for you. Ready? True or false? Do you still? I don't think you still do. Did the chef used to cut up your chicken fingers years ago?
No.
This is not true.
No.
This is bad info.
Yes.
Bad info.
Yes.
Damn. I'm losing my touch.
Get something good.
I'm completely losing my touch here. All right, Jon Scheyer, Duke head coach. Thanks for joining us here.
Thank you.
We'll have Clemson coming up next year on ACC Media Day.